right?
Yeah. Welcome to the Empowerment Hour, where you might have problems, and we're going to come to the table with solutions.
This isn't going to go out to anybody, is it? It's be for our resources.
We can decide that later. So I'm talking with my beautiful spouse, Annette Martin Smith, while we're on our weekend retreat. And I was thinking that we need to be more of a value for the people that we serve. And there's so many different ways to get connected and provide these solutions to you. And this is one of them. This is the podcast. And we're going to just talk about some issues that are deep issues, something that everybody needs to know about. And since this is the Empowerment Hour, let's talk about, how to get to that highest level of life. Because what I've noticed is there's a lot of people that are stuck in victimhood. So the choice is, do you want to be a victim or do you want to be a victor? So I was talking with my wife here, and we were talking about just situations that we've noticed together. A lot of people who may have, lost a job, some sort of event that happened in their life that just didn't match their model of the world. For example, job loss. And then the actions that follow. A lot of people feel like they are stuck and it's permanent, right? Wouldn't you say, Annette?
Well, they make it permanent. It's not permanent, but in their mind, they make it permanent.
Yeah, that's the stories that they tell themselves.
Because they can't find that perfect job, they can't find, I've applied for all these, but where have you applied? Have you applied for at QT? Have you applied at In-N-Out? You want to find a job, you can find a job,
But so what you're saying is maybe it's the jobs that they think that they're above?
Oh, most definitely. But they're not above, borrowing money from their parents or living in their parents' basement or whatever,
Huh.
They're not above that. So why is it that you're not above that, but you're above, working at a place that pays you $10 an hour? So I would ask myself, how hard are you really how hard are you really looking for a job? And that's just the thing. It's a job. Okay, got it. It's a stepping stone. You want to work your way back into a career. I get that, but you got to start somewhere.
Right.
So you start at the bottom, give yourself some, self-respect where you're, at least paying some of your own bills.
And that will lead to a pathway to greater things, I would think.
Oh, absolutely. You got to get your self-esteem back. And living with your parents or borrowing from your parents is not doing your self-esteem any good. So,
you know what? That's a great opportunity. Let's talk about the time when you and I were, down and out. We, as a matter of fact, lost a home and we had to do certain things. Let's talk about that.
Well, we did whatever. We got a bucket of paint and we got numbers and we went out and painted numbers on curbs.
This was when?
Oh, the year?
Yeah,
Oh, God, I don't know. I don't remember. It was like when the market fell in real estate, which was, 05, 06.
Mm-hmm.
We went and I was constantly looking for...
this was before me and you were married.
No, we were married.
Wow.
Yeah, but, I was constantly looking on Craigslist and stuff for, daily paying jobs, where we could make money. And I found this one job where we had to go out and it was, what do you call it?
Had to get signatures?
Yeah, for, what do you call those? Propositions.
Oh, yeah.
Propositions that were coming out, and they had to have so many signatures for the propositions to be able to be on the voting ballot. And so we were out there in, 115-degree weather at Walmart getting signatures from taking abuse from people who,
Summertime, yeah.
Yeah. For all day long. We'd start in the morning and we wouldn't get done till 4 or 5 o'clock. And, we were getting paid. You got paid per book that you got signatures on. It was, I can't remember. We'd make $300 in a weekend. But hey, $300 doesn't seem like a lot, but when you are starving, $300 is a lot,
Yeah. Right.
So, we were doing that. I started working for my son-in-law, which I still work there Monday and Friday. And, it wasn't the job I wanted, but hey, helped pay the bills. And,
Mm-hmm.
we were doing whatever we could to just make money. Even if it was daily wages, we were getting daily wages.
So the point is, we weren't above our circumstance. We knew what we had to do. And, it wasn't ideal, but we did it because it met a need.
It's hard to be above, being hungry and not knowing where you're going to live if you don't,
Yeah. I think one advantage for both of us is that, we didn't have anyone to enable us to, stay in our current situation. It's like we either produced or we starved, because I'm speaking to the people that, are in situations that perhaps they are enabled. Maybe it's parents, maybe it's significant others that, keep allowing certain things to happen in their lives. So,
and we had, my daughter would bring us over groceries, but and we appreciated that, but that's not where I wanted to be, where my kids, were having to bring us groceries and, let us borrow money and stuff like that. That's not what I wanted. So
right.
I was, we were going to figure out how to get out of that. I sold jewelry. I sold all my jewelry. And, we just were selling stuff and just whatever. I personally don't like depending on anybody. And when I do, it does ruin my self-esteem. I want to go out there and no matter what I'm doing, then I want to be able to make sure that I can support myself doing it.
And I went out and got a job at, I think it was Canyon State Academy,
Yeah. We were doing security jobs.
Odd jobs, trying to pick stuff up and move to the next level of life. And we just knew that it had to be done.
Mm-hmm.
And push the fast forward button to now. How would you say we're doing?
Well, way better. We're still not exactly where we want to be, but we're definitely doing way better. Yeah.
But it goes to the point that you said earlier, this too shall pass. What you have to emphasize, and for anybody that might be listening, your situations are not permanent. If we think about this at a molecular level, our bodies are changing second by second. So therefore, your situation will change as long as you bring to the table the proper attitude and the desire to move to the next level of life. And that is going to require some work, bottom line.
And that's the key. You have to keep moving.
Moving, forward.
I can't tell you how many days I just wanted to stay in bed and just not deal with life. But I didn't do it. I kept moving. You kept moving.
Mm-hmm.
But how many people that just stay in bed or stay in their rooms and just don't want to deal with life because, they can't find that perfect job? Well, stop looking for the perfect job and just look for a job.
A job. Yeah.
Something that's going to start you on the road to recovery.
Because if you want the surest way to get back on the into the game of life is to get something moving forward. And it may not be your ideal job. You just heard our story. And I did not want to, I particularly, being a black man, 20% hotter than most people anyway, out in the summer sun, trying to get signatures. Are you kidding me?
He's like, woman, what did you get me into?
But we did that stuff. We did it like, gangbusters.
And we did it so well that the next year they wanted us back. They're like, we want you back. You guys were so good at what you did. Because my motto has always been, I don't care what you're doing, do it to the best. Do it like it's your ultimate thing that you want to do, whether it is or it isn't. Heck, if you have to go, like I tell Xavier, when you're out there picking up the dog's poop, do it. Do it like you're, just, what do I always tell you? Do it
as if your life depended on it.
Yeah, like just do the best job with everything you do.
The chief poop picker-upper.
That's right. Somebody's got to do it.
And I learned a lot of that from you, adopting that mentality into the small things, the menial tasks that, every day there has to be done. So, for you, the person that might be listening to this that's perhaps stuck, if you need to wash dishes in your parents' home, then wash those dishes like you were getting paid $1,000 per dish.
That's right. That's how you have to do, because that's where it all begins. It begins at the bottom level.
Yeah.
If you're going to do those jobs better than anybody else, then you're going to do any job better than anybody else. You got to just, anything you do, you got to do with pride. And you want the next person that sees what you just did to go, wow, they did a pretty good job. I don't care if it's making a bed. I don't care if it's cleaning a toilet. I don't care. Like, you don't be, in Spanish we call it atrochimochi, which means half-ass.
Yeah.
You don't do anything half-ass. Maybe it's not the favorite thing for you to do, but you do it 100%.
That's true.
Don't ever give less, because that's character right there. If you got that character for the little jobs, it'll only be better as you get into the career that you want.
Yeah, that's awesome stuff. What else would you say is crucial to the development of one's character and moving them forward? Anything?
Well, I just think that hard work and just, not staying in your self-pity, just feeling sorry for yourself. Stop feeling sorry for yourself,
That's like quicksand, if I can use a metaphor here, that pity, the self-loathing, it's like putting one foot in quicksand. And the more you continue to dwell on the fact that something didn't happen, or your perfect job fell through, or your, significant other decided to leave you, whatever the case may be, continuously staying in that mentality, you're going to have both feet in there after a while. And then before you know it, the more you struggle, the more deeper you go into it. So grab a hold of this branch, the ring of security. Get yourself out, get yourself moving forward, and plug into some resources that can help you.
Yeah, and there's resources out there, And I guess that's the biggest thing, is just do everything 100% and don't stay in your self-pity, because that self-pity will kill you.
That's for sure. Hey, if you need any help with this, I'm a coach. I'm a trainer. My wife is a professional life liver. We can help you. We got resources. We've been there, done that. So let's make it happen. You can call me directly, 480-524-0258, or reach out on me get at me on my website, MrXLSmith.com. That's it for today. I'll see you on the other side.